Good afternoon, everybody. Today is Friday, April the 3rd, and we are here in Cherokee, North Carolina. And we're going to be trying a new place that I've kind of been following on Facebook. It's Pop's Smokehouse. I think they started off as a food truck, and it used to kind of sit over here in front of the building, and now they have the building complete. So we thought we'd come and get it some barbecue. And I think they have axe throwing in there too.
You're not mad at me before we go in there?
I'm not a grumpy bear at the moment.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm pretty excited. The menu sounds really good.
I've never been so glad to see a place finally open in my life for the past year every time we ride through there.
Let me check on them, see if they look open yet.
So I'm glad today's the day we're finally trying it.
Yep.
So I'm ready for some good barbecue. Are you?
Yes, I am.
All right, let's go. And here's what the outside of the building looks like. Pop's Smokehouse right here in Cherokee, North Carolina. So looking forward to trying this place out today. And it is springtime here in Cherokee. So I like the little sign on the wall, the 9 fruits of the spirit.
Thank you.
Okay, so we're going back this direction.
Thank you.
So I'm going to walk back and show the other dining area. Also, looks like they have some really nice tumblers right there. They got a few t-shirts. So another dining area down in here. Looks like they got quite a bit of dining area. So there's that. Oh, there's where that must be where they throw the axes. Right here. Yeah, looks like there's been a few axes thrown right there. And the 3 sauces they have are not labeled, but lucky for y'all, we know what they are.
Yeah, she told us.
So this one on the right, the white lid,
Is the regular sweet kind.
okay.
Be the hot, spicy kind.
Vinaigrette, so it's vinegar.
You can see it kind of.
Basically, it's just liquid.
And then take a guess on this one. Mustard base, but she said.
But it's mustard peach.
Yeah.
I gotta try that. Okay, so I'm gonna taste these sauces. It would be so nice to have a spoon.
I'm gonna wait and try them on my meat.
And no, I'm not gonna touch the tip to the utensil. This is gonna be the regular one.
The regular sweet.
You gonna try it?
No, I'll wait till I get my meat.
You're gonna like that.
I'm sure I will.
Because it is pretty sweet.
Now the mustard. I wonder how similar that's going to be to Butts on the Creek.
I don't know. Very. In fact, that might even be it. What's that one?
That's the hot one. You want to try it?
Yeah.
I don't know if the vinegar will stay on your
Oh, yeah, it is vinegar, isn't it?
See how steady your hand is. Oh, nice. Didn't drop.
Just leave that over unless you want it.
No, I know I won't.
So we just had just right now, they're actually at the table over across the restaurant.
Across the aisle.
Today, with age, you just get your words mixed up sometimes, I reckon. And plus lack of sleep with a dog that was up all night crawling all over my head.
Well, he was on my head first, and so then I finally put him back.
Put him in the cage and he barks. It was cold in the tent, so I got him up, put him in. Well, you got up first, I guess.
Yeah, and whenever he wakes up, rather than laying beside you, which he'll do for a little bit, He wants to crawl on top of the pillow and put his butt in your face, you know, and then roll around. So it's like, we ain't doing this tonight.
Yeah, so then I ended up with him, and he would not be still. But we have never most of your brave talkers that hate what we do are all on the internet. You never run into them in public.
And it's never their real name. So you don't know who they are.
And I'm going somewhere with this. We've been doing this for 5 years, doing restaurant reviews. We've had people ask us what we're doing and then be like, oh, wow, that's neat. Can I have a card or I'm going to subscribe? We have never had one ever that I can think of negative reaction to recording a restaurant review, either from people, or we did have a waitress one time that just asked not to be in the video, which we always ask before we put you in the video. So, but as far as people say, was a restaurant ever told you no? Never once. A restaurant worth its salt wants advertisement. This is advertisement that doesn't cost them anything, and if they're doing a good job, we're going to let people know that. Today, I thought we were about to have our first encounter with somebody who was going to fuss at us for recording in here from another customer. And the guy says, I'm going to tell you something like that. He starts off like that, and I'm like, uh-oh.
I didn't even hear it.
He says, but he was kidding. He says, it's bad enough that I have to set up at my home in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania and watch y'all every evening, then I have to run into you here in the restaurant. So he was just being funny. So I said, you watch us every night from Pittsburgh? He said, every night.
Quite an honor.
Yeah, from Pittsburgh. And but he was just kidding, but I thought we was about to get chastised. And he's like, yeah, now I run into you here. So yeah, it was really great to meet. I think he said his name was Dennis and Wendy was his wife's name. Sir, did you say your name was Dennis?
Sam, just like the fish.
What? Okay.
Is that all right?
Say that again. You're messing with me again, aren't you? Sam. Where did I get?
Salmon.
Oh, okay. And Wendy.
And Wendy.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Let's cut the camera. Okay, I cut it off there because he was wanting to know how we afford to eat out so much, and I was explaining to him that the ad revenue on the videos help you do more of it, and that's just the way it is. All of our income on this channel, all of it comes from ad revenues, and that funds more videos, and which funds more videos, and that's just it's
a nice cycle.
It is. It really is. So I got his name wrong. He said his name's Salmon, like the fish. I don't know where I got Dennis out of that.
I don't know. I couldn't hear him.
But I did have his wife's name, Wendy. But I told him. I just told him what I told y'all. I said I thought I was about to get chastised for the first time. He just laughed. He said no. I said I come off harsh sometimes, but he said we enjoy watching y'all. But so I guess today we've still never had a negative public encounter. All the people say, oh, if I ever saw you doing that in a restaurant, I'd tell you what, well,
sure.
I guess you've never seen us in a restaurant then, or you didn't do anything, because we try to be respectful. Honestly, other patrons. Here's the thing, when you're in public, you're recorded. Those businesses all over the street right here in these restaurants, they got cameras, trust me.
And even the towns, the cities have cameras everywhere, especially like near street lights and stuff like that. It's like they're watching.
And legally, and you can look this up, by law, when you're in public, you have no expectation of privacy. That you can't just say, I don't consent. You can't do that. Now, if somebody tells us they don't want to be in a video, we're going to respect that every time.
Yeah, because we can make sure not get you in there.
A lot of people want to. It's like, well, I think I see people behind us now. It's hard to see on the screen, but if somebody come up and said, I'd rather not be in the video, we'd blur them out.
Yeah, no problem.
We've never had an issue at all, ever. You get people that are curious, but never one negative encounter, not one in Gatlinburg. So I had an encounter here. Well, actually, it wasn't an encounter. It was a guy, I won't say gentleman, was kind of doesn't like us. That's okay. We don't much like him either, so it works out both ways. But he made a comment that we were in Gatlinburg. You remember the snowfall in Gatlinburg? We recorded there. Well, he happened to be there the same weekend, and he's making a comment on one of these channels. Says, I'd love to run into him on the streets. So I saw it and I commented. I said, sure. Where do you want to meet at? What time? Crickets chirping the rest of the weekend. Wouldn't even reply. You ain't got time to deal with people like that. I'd been glad to have met him, but like I say, the friendly people are the ones you actually meet out, and then the mouthy people are the ones you never see. But yeah, and I mean, honestly, don't need to even be talking about stuff like that, but just somebody on there saying, yeah, I'd really love to run into him in Gatlinburg. And
it's like, yeah, sure, Mike, sure.
That's off
Barney.
Andy Griffith, yeah. Good one. But yeah, not gonna happen. So, what did we order?
So I got the 2-meat combo. I got sliced brisket, and they have smoked chicken. So I thought they might give you a quarter piece or something like that. So if you order the smoked chicken, you get a half a chicken. So if you do the 2-meat combo, you still get a half a chicken.
You went with that combo anyway.
I went, okay. So I figured
Somebody's gonna be helping you eat.
Yes.
What'd you get? Did you tell your sides?
No, I got the brisket baked beans and the baked macaroni and cheese.
Okay. So I got 2-meat combo as well. They had burnt ends. I always get burnt ends. Burnt ends are one of those things where you usually get some very tender, well-marbled, fatty ones, which is what makes them good. Let's be honest. That's why ribeye steak's better than a sirloin. It's got more fat in it. That's why it tastes better. And then you'll get some tough ones. So that's to be expected. And then as my other meat, I got ribs. I used to really love pulled pork. I still like it okay. I just don't really ever order it since I got turned on to brisket. I just like brisket better. I still like pulled pork. But if I was at a place that's all they had, I'd certainly eat it. I've just been on a brisket kick every time we go for barbecue anymore. And I got the brisket baked beans as well. And I got the deep fried corn on the cob. Now, the standard for that was set, what, a month? When did I hit the guardrail with your car? That was the weekend we went to Butts on the Creek.
Yeah, that was middle of February.
So it's been about 6 weeks ago. The standard for fried corn on the cob was set. I believe that's where I got that, wasn't it? It was breaded. It had like a breading on it. Oh, that was so good. So the bar for that's been set high. It said on the menu this was breaded. So, and it's weird. That place is called Pop's Butts on the Creek. This is Pop's Smokehouse. I kind of wonder.
I'm wondering, yeah.
I don't know. Not saying they are the same owners. I just wonder. Because just 15 miles apart, 20 miles apart, and they're both called Pops. So I don't know the answer to that. Somebody may know and can tell us. But anyway, looking forward to trying the food here. And it's really nice.
Oh, it's on the outside.
It's a really nice restaurant.
It is, yeah. I love the rustic look in here.
Yeah. But anyway, waiting on our food to come, and we'll show it to you when it comes out. So there's mine. I got Texas toast. It looks like 3 ribs maybe. Burnt ends. I've never seen them in a little container like that, but they're in some nice looking sauce there. Brisket baked beans. Now that looks different. And that corn on the cob looks exactly like Butts on the Creek
Yeah,
did.
it does.
And you got the baked mac and cheese.
I did. And the brisket baked beans. There's my Texas toast, which we could have Texas toast, roll, or hush puppies.
Yeah.
And then there's the chicken. You're going to help me. And then look at all that brisket too. That's a lot of food.
That is a lot of that brisket looks some kind of good.
Yeah.
The more marbling, the better in
Yeah.
brisket. And that, look at that bark on the left there.
And you can help me eat some of that too.
I believe I will. So what to try first? Since these brisket baked beans look so different than what I'm accustomed to, let's dig into those first. So here.
Macaroni and cheese. That is some good macaroni and cheese. You not liking that?
Give me a minute. They're okay. That's not my favorite.
Try my macaroni and cheese.
That's like
good.
a lot of different kinds of beans in there. You like macaroni and cheese?
The baked beans.
That's good.
I can't quite.
All right, let's try
They're not as sweet
one of
as
the
I
burnt
like them.
ends, and I can already tell you that's a tender one right there. Oh yeah.
And I have to put some sweet sauce in that.
Be aware they do come out with sauce already. They're already sitting in sauce. So I don't know if I really want to. I'll put that on the ribs, the mustard. I want to try that mustard peach. These burnt ends are already in. I guess that's the regular sweet sauce. So the burnt ends are excellent. Let's try Texas toast now. That's good.
Is everything tasting okay?
Yes.
You got it?
Yeah,
I know
thanks.
I did see you pick it up. I was like, where's my food? And then I was like, maybe it's out here. Do you want some more water?
Yeah, just when you come back through.
So Texas toast it's Texas toast, but it's good. Good and crispy. Something tells me this is going to be just like the one that butts on the creek. So let's find out. It is just like it.
The brisket is super, super tender, very flavorful. I didn't put sauce on it yet.
That's good. If you've never had deep fried corn on the cob, that's good. I've gotten it down in Calabash a few times.
Waterfront.
Waterfront. So it's a riverfront. And it's good there. I liked it. But I love that breading, honestly.
There's a bark piece of brisket.
Okay. Try the peach sauce on that. Yeah, brisket's got a really good flavor to it. Try another sauce on it. Just a regular sweet. Thank you.
Thank you. Are y'all like the same restaurant in Maggie Valley? Mm-hmm. Are you?
Butts on the
Yeah,
creek.
we just couldn't change. We couldn't bring that name over because that was Shuri's name.
Okay.
So we had to make up our own name.
Okay.
Well, we made the connection with Pops, and that deep fried corn is exactly like theirs, done the same way. It's amazing.
I love it.
Oh, it's amazing. It's the best
good.
I've had, honestly.
It's my favorite here. It's probably one of my favorite.
So that confirms it. They are the same owners. Okay, so here is a rib with the mustard peach sauce on it. It's amazing. That sauce, y'all know I'm not a vinegar sauce person, but I love that sauce so much that I bought some of it from Butts on the Creek. I bought a container of it. And assuming now that I know they're the same name, I'm going to assume that, sorry.
You would want me to tell you?
Yes, I would. I'm assuming that they make the sauce the same way because that's just so good. That peach vinegar is so good.
The chicken, even though I've only eaten the leg so far, it is, you can tell it's definitely smoked. It's still juicy. It's good.
So I tried everything. I absolutely love everything except the beans. The beans,
Beans ain't
5
sweet
out of
enough
10.
in my opinion. They
Yeah,
need
the beans
more.
are not my favorite, but everything else 10 out of 10.
Yeah,
Have you tried all of yours?
I have.
Okay.
It's good.
Okay, we just finished up here at Pop's Smokehouse here in Cherokee, North Carolina, and we decided to do our closeout standing behind one of the many bears that you can see painted around town. Now, we actually went around and counted all of them that we could find. I think that was our Drama Inn Motel review from last year. If I'm wrong, correct me, but I believe it was. The sign here says 7 of them. They've added some since that and need to update the sign. I think we found like 11. It seemed like we found one after the video too. So there's a lot more than 7 of these, but they're painted different colors. They all kind of have a theme to them. So a fun thing to do in Cherokee is bear hunt.
Yeah.
And not with a gun. We'd just go around looking for how many of these. There's another one over behind us.
Yeah.
But we showed you all of them that we found in the Drama Inn review from last year. But I decided to do our closeout behind this one. We want to give you our thoughts of Pop's Smokehouse today and what we liked, what we didn't, and whether we would recommend it. So, Shaughnessy, go right ahead.
I'll start off by saying I'm glad we're behind the bear too, because I feel like I can pop from all the what I just ate. So my food was so good. So I got the 2-meat combo. I wanted to try the chicken, and they still give you a half of a chicken. That's like a whole portion of what if you got just the smoked chicken. It's a half chicken. And then brisket. The sides were brisket baked beans and the baked macaroni and cheese. The brisket baked beans were a little different. You may like them, wouldn't be a favorite of mine. The macaroni and cheese was really good. It had I don't know what kind of cheese they used, but it had a really good flavor to it. It was kind of sticky too, but it was good. Brisket was tender and good. I gave you some of that, and gave you some chicken too.
Yeah, her hand just kept coming into my plate. I finally said, will you stop? And so then, you know what she says to me later on? She says, if you want to put your hand over here on my plate and take anything, go ahead. And I did, your chicken skin. I don't know why
Oh yeah, I
anybody
meant
leave
to
good
tell you
chicken.
that I
Yeah.
left that.
Yeah.
But
Oh, you didn't have to tell me, I saw it.
the chicken was really good. It was juicy, had a good smoke flavor.
It's getting a little hot.
Brisket was good. Everything was delicious, and our waitress, I didn't catch her name. She was really
Is it on
nice.
the receipt?
Could be. But it was really.
Oh, do you have the receipt?
I'll look it up here in just a second. But I had a great experience. So yes, I would recommend. And Pop's Butts on the Creek there in Maggie Valley is good. And
Same owners.
yeah, and I'll say this: the mustard peach barbecue sauce was my favorite. I didn't even try the spicy vinegar, but I like that was my favorite.
Well, the mustard peach is mustard and vinegar as well. It's got a lot of vinegar in it. That is the one vinegar sauce I like, though. So I would agree on that. Yeah, you got her name?
I'm gonna look at it, see if it's on there. Got a bunch of receipts.
So yeah, first time here, and
McKenna.
McKenna, pretty name. Mm-hmm. Good waitress. She was very attentive, checked on us a lot, brought us anything we needed.
Personal. She was very nice, friendly.
And so first time coming here, like I said, I've never been so glad to see a place open in my life finally, because every time we would ride through here, oh, we got to try that. So we finally ended up here though. So I'm glad to have done it. Now let's talk about the food. I'm gonna go ahead and get the one bad out of the way, and that was the brisket baked beans. Did not care for that at all in the least. So that was the one thing there that I would just want to go ahead and get out of the way and say I would not order that again. But everything else was really good. The ribs were excellent. I used the mustard sauce, and I also used the sweet sauce. Just kind of mixed it up a little bit, and the ribs were really good. The burnt ends were good. They were actually very good. The texture of them, most of them were tender. Had a few that weren't, but most of them were. That's always to be expected. I guess the one thing I wish they would do different on the burnt ends is they bring them out in that little cup and they're already in a sauce. And I don't know what it is. It's different than any of the sauces on the table.
It's almost like it's a caramelized sauce.
Could be.
It's more sticky.
I think maybe it has some of that regular sweet sauce that's on the table, but there's something else too. And you know, like you mentioned, maybe caramelized. I wish they would just bring them out like Haywood Smokehouse does and let me put my own sauce on them, whichever kind I want, instead of having them like sitting in a sauce. But still, the texture of them was good. They tasted good. You got the sliced beef brisket. That was out of this world good. That was amazing. The fried corn on the cob, whether you eat here or eat at Pop's Butts on the Creek in Maggie Valley, you got to try the fried corn on the cob. And this wasn't like the little half ears of the overripe, thick kerneled stuff that you get at like a Captain D's or a Long John Silver's. This was like freshly, I don't know where you get fresh picked corn here in April. You ain't even planted corn yet. I don't know if they freeze it and keep it, but this was actually like homegrown in a garden corn. You know what I'm saying? It was a whole ear. It was not overripe. The kernels just popped when you put them in your mouth. It was just, I really liked that. I wish I knew how to do that at home because we grow corn. The Texas toast was good. The whole experience, other than the beans, was amazing, really. I would definitely come here again. What I would do differently is I would not get those beans again. I would get the collard greens. So the collard greens are cooked alongside as a smoked turkey. I'm curious about that. I would probably try the collard greens next time. And yeah, what other side did I get? I don't even remember. Did I just get the one?
No, you got two sides. Bumblebees.
Yeah. Bumblebees aren't afraid of people.
Corn and
yeah, corn. I just talked about that.
what was the other one?
The baked beans.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
Probably shouldn't lean on this.
I'm not leaning on it.
No, I was. That's why I said I
Yeah.
probably shouldn't.
Great place. I would highly recommend it. We will return. I will get either the beef brisket or the brisket and rib combo next time. Although the man from Pittsburgh said sausage, so he said
Yeah,
their
he said
sausage
it
here
was
was
really
great.
good.
So might try that. And that was just funny. He come up to us again afterwards and said how good it was to meet us and all that stuff. So, but yeah, he kind of come off. He says, "I want to tell you something." Points the finger, and I thought, "Uh-oh, here it is. First time ever in 5 years." But then he says, "It's bad enough I have to watch you guys every night at home in Pittsburgh, and then I got to run into you." And he was just kidding. He was actually glad to meet us.
Yeah,
he come up and said, "It's exciting to meet a celebrity." I said, "Oh, who'd y'all meet?" Because we are not celebrities by any
You just
stretch of
plain people.
We met a few celebrities, and it is exciting. The receipt, what was the total? McKenna was our server again.
It was 52 and some change.
Before tip?
Yeah.
Okay, so for each of us getting a 2-meat combo and all that food.
That's a lot.
Yeah. There is one mystery I need you to solve for me, though.
What's that?
The macaroni and cheese. You initially said you liked it so much you wanted me to try it, and then you just now bragged on it. but after you went up and went to the bathroom, you were done, 3/4 of it was still left. So what
That's
happened
because
there?
they give you so much, and I was trying to eat my meats.
I remember looking at that and I thought she liked the macaroni and
I
cheese.
did like it. I just couldn't eat all of it. I was like,
Okay. I guess with all the meat, you were
That
focused
was
on what
it.
you really want.
yeah, that was
Yeah.
it. But I did eat some of the macaroni and cheese because it was really good.
So the macaroni and cheese apparently is good.
Absolutely,
Just,
yeah.
you weren't-
They just give you so much food. I shouldn't have done a 2-meat combo.
But anyway, overall, great impression of the place. Definitely will do it again.
Absolutely.
So if you like this video, please like and subscribe.
Give it a thumbs up and find and follow us on Facebook.
Have a wonderful day.